Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm just planning on a shorter stream today, finishing up the blocked out spaceship model I've been working on for stream stuff. Finishing up this one design. I have other designs I'll want to get done at some point, but I just want to finish out this one at least, not get too stuck into it. There is some work being done on sidewalks right outside the house, so if you hear trucks in the background, sorry about that. But okay, where do I start? I'm gonna get engines back into this. Oops. Search is selected. Nah, I don't want a full cone. I just need a cylinder. Here we go. There we go. Give the cylinder a mirror modifier. Bam, there we go. Okay. Something like that. Inset. Extrude scale GX. There we go. There we go. Okay. I think that, I don't know, let's see here. Here we go. And I'm gonna change up the way the hangers are, because a very good point was brought up to me where you wouldn't want to go. You wouldn't want hangers to be on the front like that, because if something happens, you can end up wrecking a whole bunch of the ship. So I do have an idea of just kind of putting the hangers, maybe popping out a bit more off the side here, but kind of going through these sections here. So I'm gonna give that a shot. Yeah, you know, like have a little bit pops out the top here, and yeah, okay, we'll go with that. I think. Something like that. Pull that out. Inset. Whoa. No loop cut. But I want mirrored loop cuts. Wait a minute, maybe it's this. Is it would it actually be subdivide? No, not a subdivide. Let's do that. There we go. Oh, that just feels wrong. Actually, you know what? Delete that. Add a cube. It's actually not quite what I was thinking, but that'll work. Just pull it out. Not quite. Why? not? Oh, there we go. Inset's not quite what I was wanting. But nope. But subdivide what I would be looking for. Subdivide, there we go. Maybe one more subdivide. Yeah. And all these could maybe be whoa. Nope. Merge joint, right? Yeah, J joint. Merge. No, that was wrong. That'll work. That'll give me what I was wanting, so I think. Oh, or will it? Yeah, okay, it should. Yeah. Okay, I need to add a mirror to itself. Which access do I want it? Yes, I think I want it. Okay, just so I can actually see if this is doing anything. It's just bam, there we go. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's what I was wanting. Oh, that face went weird. There we go. That one's doing the same thing. So far, so good. So now I can focus on one side here. Faces. Blue here also needs subdividing. I don't know, I don't like how that that was all turning out. Let me retry that. Do I... Let me make a cube about the size that I want it to be here. Can be a fairly large hanger, like might as well take up that whole side here. And how much do I want it to pop out? This will just be for like small personal craft, that kind of thing. Transporting stuff. Let me add mirror to get it across the way here. There we go. Is that about how far I want to pop out? Yeah, I think so. Think that'll work. And then, oh yeah, this is how I can do it. Okay. Right. Extrude. And then Y RZ90. Maybe I need to do a little bit here. PLX. Okay. Will this give enough space? I think so. And then back to edit. There we go. And then add another mirror. There we go. That way, if I... There we go. That's working. That's... So what I do want to do one side will happen to the other. This does still feel a little off. I don't like this little curve here. Sharpness. Well, I mean, I always add bevels to things. I can add another bevel. I like my bevels. Bevel isn't really working here. Whoa. Yeah. Ew. Not a fan of those bevels. Yeah, those bevels aren't doing it for me. You know, this feels 0.3. That was a little bit too popped out. Because in a moment here, kind of wanna. Yeah, that okay. Yeah. Control D. Control D. I don't know. No. Why does it keep on putting that there? This object, why? I'm gonna chop this whole section off for reasons that you'll see in just a second. That ruin it. Faces. Okay. I guess I need to fix those faces now. Oh, come on. There we go. Hey, Arneo. Someone picked up streaming Slack. Yeah, only for a little bit, though. It's not going to be a super long stream. I just want to wrap up this blocked out ship design for today, and then I'll probably be done. There's not too much more I want to do on this one. Then next stream, I'm thinking about getting back to working on some voxels again. But yeah, and then finish blocking out this ship design, and at some point block out a few more ship designs. But I want to get to the point where I consider this one done today, and then I'll probably be wrapping up. And I'm getting there, honestly. There's not too much more I want to do with this one. I don't want to take too much time on this one, you know. I try not focusing on details at the moment. How you doing? Hope the day's going alright for you. There we go. Whoa. This. Come on. If you hear any extra noise, that'll be coming from outside. They're working on sidewalk right outside the house, so there may be some extra noise, and I apologize for that. Why can I not? Oh, there's a face there already anyways, at least. Okay. So put that right in there. Yep. You're alright, got some boat work done, still avoiding truly finishing your project. Prototyping has been slow going, but it's been moving along. That's good. At least you're getting some progress. I haven't done anything on my game prototype. I haven't done anything on any of this off stream. Any work you see me doing on stream, I've only done anything on stream so far. I just feel better doing stuff on stream than doing it off. I mean, if I'm gonna do it, might as well do it on stream, right? Okay. I'm gonna... Yeah, sometimes the day job is what keeps me from streaming, just because I'm more stressed than anything. But who knows, maybe eventually I'll be able to make this my day job too. That would be nice. I can definitely make more progress if I do. But that'll be a long ways away from now, so... And I'm going to... Do I put the boolean on this? Yes. And then... Hey, Diginagons, how's it going? Hope everything's going well. Why isn't Boolean working? Object. Haven't been feeling great. The grace and the smoke certainly isn't helping. So you're in an area that's getting the smoke too, or huh? So just yesterday the smoke rolled in where I'm at, and it's been pretty smoky all day. I was kind of wondering if you were getting it too, as I know you're in Canada somewhere. So yeah, we got it pretty bad here too. So it's cleared up a little bit as the day's gone up, but yeah. Yeah, you're in Southern Ontario. Yep, Western New York right here. It's... yeah. But I used to live in Oregon, and like the year before I moved out here, it had pretty bad wildfires and smoke there too. So we had wildfires like 30 miles away from where we lived. So this isn't the worst I've seen, but it's still pretty bad. Yeah, you can definitely smell it. People have been describing it as like smell like burning tires. There we go. Might make the inset. I need to make... no, Z. There we go. Stretch that out. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, not the first time we're having forest fires nearby with lots, pushing a lot of smoke this way. It won't be the last time either. Yeah, I can barely see the inset, but that works. This is my new idea for the hangars, by the way. Just kind of having them actually on the side where you're going more through. I feel like this would work a little bit better than like it's completely open and you can end up going through if you have issues. But then there's more of an inset where you would be landing, I guess, for lack of a better word, where you would be docking the smaller ships. There we go. Me. Woo. I think that works. Good chunk of Canada's covered in forests, usually fairly controlled to take care of, but we get worse last few years. Yeah, we're at, as I just said, I used to live in Oregon. They have a good bit of forests there, and they stopped doing controlled burning, so there's a lot of tinder just building up, so they got dramatically worse because of that. So dramatically worse and a lot less controlled thanks to no longer doing controlled burns. So a lot more fuel built up. Every forest being just a swamp might help with help control the forest fires a little bit. What do I think of these hangars? They're a little bit larger, just one on each side. I think that might work. I also did put engine cones back in, at least a few. I want to figure out something that will go here, but I don't know if that's getting too much into the details for just blocking out the ship. Still feel like there's also something that's got to go on with the nose here. But again, I gotta remember I'm just blocking it out, not trying to do too much detail wise. Yeah, it communicates hangar a bit better. And on the plus side, if you're going in and have an issue landing, you can just fly straight on through. Maybe the hangars are only up on one side, so you can fly out with 4 on each side. Maybe. I was thinking of just having these two. I just mirrored it across. Could do 4 on each side, but then having it open only on one side feels like that could cause more confusion than anything. At least this way you can go in from either side. I don't know, this isn't primarily like a carrier. It's more, yeah, it's more for cargo than a carrier, so it's not primarily built for carrying other ships. I think I like having the two. Yeah, the full symmetry might be going a little too far here. And having like the command deck area right here helps establish, I guess, the quote-unquote up direction. I'm just trying to figure out if there's any other details I want to add into the blocked out ship before calling this one good. Moving on to another ship design at some point. Probably not this stream though. I feel like there's got to be something here, like some sort of I need to figure out some sort of FTL tech I want these ships, or at least some of these ships, to be capable of. And I feel like this a cargo carrier would be a good ship to have FTL. But I don't want every ship to have FTL capabilities. I want the idea of having a starship that smaller ones would dock to then go FTL, but I feel like a ship like this might have FTL on its own with how large it is. Maybe I could have whatever FTL tech it is be something that there's something on the nose and something at the back, so it creates some sort of like bubble around the ship. But you need something at either end of the ship, you know? So then I could have something on the nose and something right at the back. Actually, I can also put, along with these larger engines, which you'd use when you're really trying to accelerate, having smaller engines right along these edges too. I might do something like that. Okay. You like the guitar amp engines? Oh, thanks. I do kind of like how I have the engines here. That is, I like to have having to make engines like this. So that's here. I could do maybe something like these. Pop them in like that. A little bit. Just tiny little things for smaller amounts of acceleration. when you don't need a whole lot. They're going into here again. Collection. Engine. Large engine. Posts. Okay. I'm slightly larger. Let's see. Woo! Wrong button. Let's see. Control B. Nope. Do it this way. Why can't I duplicate? There we go. That's what. Okay, whatever. I thought I did that, but of course it works that time. Rotate. Ow. Cursor selected. There we go. 3D cursor. Rotate around X 90 degrees. There we go. Yeah, I think this will work, alright. S. Cursor selected. A. Mesh. Nope, not cone. I wanted the sphere. The cylinder, not sphere. Cylinder. Rotate around Y 90. Scale. Give me 1 second. I gotta check my phone. Sorry, I just had to do something with work on my phone here for a second. Okay. Sorry about that. Back to this. Oh. It's here. There we go. Push that out. Insert tree. Scale. Oh, right. I want to move it back to active element. Nice. Push that in. Okay, I think this can work. All right. And then should be... Nope. Go back to 3D cursor. Oop. Put the cursor back onto here. Rotate Y X 90. There we go. Visual margins. There we go. Smaller engines for lower amounts of thrust. I think that'll work. Yeah, okay. This is at least looking at like a ship. Small. There we go. Ah, I need to bevel these boxes. I like my bevels. Just makes things look so much better, in my opinion. At least on something like this. Even just a small bevel. There we go, just makes it look a bit smoother instead of having a harsh 90-degree angle, you know? I don't know. The bevels weren't looking good on this kind of thing though, so no bevel there. Yeah. Okay. Honestly, not sure of anything else to add on to this right now. I don't know what I want to do as far as FTL tech. That would be more of a detail thing at the moment. This might honestly wrap it up for this one. I can't think of anything else that would round out the blocking of this. This kind of gives a general idea of the shape of what the shape of this design at least. Got other ones I want to work on too, but the next one I would try blocking out would be more of a single person craft instead of the large one like this, but yeah. I think that'll work. It's at least a good practice run, you know? But I think I'm gonna call it for this stream. Sorry for it being a little shorter, but I at least finish up that design for now. And I think next stream I'm gonna see about getting back to the main game project that I've barely done anything on so far. Gonna get back to working on the voxels. But hope everyone has a good day, good rest of your day, good weekend,